Hello there, welcome to Emerald House of Cars, and today we're going to have a look around this 2014 Audi A3 S3 Quattro. It's a 2-litre petrol, 4-door, in black. Let's have a look around. First thing to note, of course, are these gorgeous headlights in the front, right there on the left. And over here, the matching pair on the right. And of course, they match our fog lights down here, as you can see. Surrounded by this lovely chrome trim all around, and set against this honeycomb black grille as well. And that's the one over there on the right, and here's our other one here on the left. Absolutely stunning. Now they're bookending, of course, this gorgeous front S3 grille with the chrome trim all the way around. Lovely chrome and deep grey mix, absolutely stunning. And you can see we also have our S3 badge there in chrome and red, just looking absolutely incredible there. Looking at the front, you also have front parking sensors as well, and you can see them all the way around the front. There we go. You also have this enormous black Audi bonnet. There we go. You can see all that there as well. It's just underneath our windscreen right there, and you can see that our windscreen has no chips, scratches, anything of the sort all the way around it. In fact, it's got our big emerald green tick, and I'll explain what that means later on in the video. Let's come on down here underneath our wheel arches and check out the alloys on this S3. I mean, first and foremost, you can see we've got this gorgeous big caliper in the back, our S3 caliper working its magic there. But you can see we've got these lovely sort of chrome and grey alloys here. I'm pointing them out to you first and foremost because we want you to see the car as it is. We're all about sort of working with you, not against you, and being on the same team, and very much being transparent when it comes to our vehicles. So we're going to show you around the car, show you all the body, show you everything you need to know before coming down, because we want you to come on down and see the car for yourself and not see any surprises. And secondly, because this is a used vehicle, it's going to have miles on the clock. But importantly, it's not the number that matters, but how that number has been accrued. What kind of journey has this vehicle been on with its past owners? Has it been ragged around? Has it been treated well? Well, the alloys are the best indication of that. The best indication of where the car's been ragged around are the alloys. They wear it on their face, and you can see this alloy is in great condition all the way around, although we are seeing a very small little cosmetic blemish just right there on the edge. It's very small, hard to notice, but again, we want to point it out for transparency, and we also want to point it out because the fact that we only have such little blemishing around the edge for a car of this age with this many miles means that the past owners of this vehicle have treated it very sensibly. You know, they've driven it very nicely, and that is what we're looking for. That is very important when it comes to a used vehicle. Coming up and down the side of the vehicle here, you can see just these beautiful straight lines across all the panels. You can see glowing under our lights there, we have our beautiful chrome wing mirror with a service indicator just underneath. And speaking of chrome, we've got this beautiful chrome trim all the way around our tinted glass in the back. Absolutely stunning. Audi certainly know how to make themselves a gorgeous looking car, and they have not missed an actual beat here with the A3 S3 either. Absolutely stunning all the way around. So we're just going to have ourselves a good look. You got tinted glass there in the rear. Coming down to our second alloy, and again, it's a great nick all the way around. The chrome is staying nice and in good condition, and we're not seeing any sign of cosmetic blemishing whatsoever. So that's a really great sign of how sensible the past owners of this vehicle have been. Now let's follow around. You can see we've got our fog lights. See, we've got our beautiful set of tail lights again in the rear. There's the one on the left, and there's the one there on the right. And you can see they match our headlights perfectly because there's no scratches, scuffs, marks, anything of the sort. They're just wonderful lights in the front and rear. Very safe vehicle this is. Coming on down again, you can see our fog lights, and they're of course just above our rear parking sensors. So that's parking sensors in both the front and rear. Very, very helpful, I must say. You come on down and we have our chrome lining underside with our dual chrome exhaust there. Absolutely gorgeous. But let's follow that down and across all the way, and you can see we've got two dual zone chrome exhausts. Absolutely gorgeous right there. probably necessary really with that 2-litre petrol engine that this car is harbouring. Let's open up the boot, and you can see inside we've got a very deep boot in there, certainly a lot of space. It also comes with this attachable net there as well, so if you've got anything that you probably can't wedge around and you're worried about banging around, you can just slot it under the net, keep it just nice and stable, nice and locked down, tied down, not a problem, and keep it safe, which is very important. It's a really nice feature they've thrown in. You also have this sort of little side little pit here, so if you're buying anything that's loose and could roll around, maybe you've gone to the supermarket and all they have are oranges that aren't in the bag, but you don't want them rolling around bruising, you can put them in there, not a problem. Very nice. And of course, if you want even more space than this, if you're a bit of a space hound, you can take the back seats, they're a 60-40 split, push them down and take full advantage of the length of this vehicle, because it is a long vehicle. I mean, you can just have a look at it all the way down. It's very long. We're seeing again more of that beautiful chrome trim, more of the tinted glass. Coming on down here, of course, let's keep the tour going. You can see our third alloy here, coated in chrome, coated in that grey. Let's have a look. I'm sure there's some cosmetic blemishing around here, maybe just a little bit there. They're in really good nick. I mean, this is very, very good news, really, if you're looking for a car that's had miles on the clock, but you know has a lot more life in it to give. This is the one. This is the one. Having a look here, there we go. You can see we have straight away, we've got this little blemish right here on the fuel cap. You can see it right there. Very hard to see when you sort of pull back like this and have a look at the entire vehicle, but again, we're all about transparency, so it's right there. We want you to see it so that when you come on down, it's not a surprise. We're on the same team here. Let's check out again the roof, and you can see again, great nick all the way around, very, very clean. Big ups to our Wallet team right there. I think I've just seen, I thought I saw a little, there we go. You see it there? Got this very, very little blemish right there on the top. Very hard to see, but again, we're all about transparency and we want you to see it there too. So there we go. Coming along down the side of the vehicle again, you got beautiful straight lines all up and down. Can't move for straight lines. This vehicle is in great nick all the way around. We got a very, very small little blemish right there. Again, just want to point out, transparency does not affect the way the car handles, operates, drives or performs, but we just want you to see it. And of course, here's our final alloy, 4x4, driver's front side, usually the worst of the bunch. And you can just see the little blemish round the edge. Again, that is such good news. Really fills me with hope and pride, that does, in this vehicle, knowing that the alloys are in such good nick. But that's the outside. That's what everyone else is going to see. Let's pop her open and see what you, as the car owner, are going to see by purchasing this. First and foremost, you're going to see beautiful leather seat in there, encumbered in black with this beautiful white stitching. I'll have you know there is not a single stitch nor seam out of place in this vehicle. For a car that's got this many miles on, for a car that's this old, you would never know by the condition of the seats, especially these leather seats. They're in great nick, and they also come with child seat blocking points right there in white. Very, very easy to see. So if you're in a rush, you need to lock that child seat in right now. You're not going to fumbly bumbly around looking for them. They're right there, illuminated in white. You also have quite a bit of legroom, I must say, which is typical for the Audis. They always tend to never skimp on the legroom, but they've given you a healthy amount there. Not a problem. You're going to have a great time sitting in the back of this. I'd highly recommend just booking an appointment to come and view the car, just to have a sit in the back, you know, let's have a bit of a chill out session with us and the guys. You can also see in the side door, they've got this lovely chrome leather, this lovely cream leather aesthetic right there as well, with the stitching and the speaker system in there as well. Just really nice, really, you know, it's a gorgeous looking car. It drives well, it's gorgeous on the outside and the inside, but there's also so much more for us to admire. Let's have a look at the driver's side. Got your electric window controls right there. Got your child locks as well, which is very, very important. You see they're currently on right now. Got your wing mirror controls right there, all set against this beautiful cream leather aesthetic. Absolutely gorgeous, really looks great against the black as well. Got our central locking system right there next to our chrome door lock, and you got our S3 chrome A little bit of trim right there in the doorway. Looks fantastic. I love it. The red just pops out to me. And you got these gorgeous seats here as well. Absolutely stunning. They sit an absolute dream. I love sitting in this. I have just pictured this for our website, and I just didn't want to get out. It was very, very lovely. They're in great nick again as well. I mean, I think you can just about make out a very, very small little thing right there. Again, we just want you to know that for transparency's sake. It doesn't affect the way the car or the seats handle at all, and you sit in them and they feel brand new, they feel fresh. They're very clean, they smell great, which is pretty much our wallet team at its finest. There you go, there are the seats. Now, I've talked them up enough now. I need to hop inside and oh yeah. That is lovely. Let me just take a minute, sat in this seat, and we'll have a look around and just admire the cabin there as well, because the cabin is also in as good condition on the inside as the car is on the outside here. You can see we've got our chrome Quattro badge there as well. Got this lovely little chrome line right on down. Got this beautiful chrome trim around our air conditioning units. I love that our air conditioning units are circular. It's just a lovely design. We got our flat bottom Audi steering wheel. Absolutely gorgeous right here. It is an S3 Quattro. We got our flappy paddles there with our chrome touches. That's there on the left and there on the right. And of course, we've got our steering wheel controls here with the chrome trim. I love chrome trim all the way around. Cheeky cruise control speed limiter hidden just under there, but very easy to access. I mean, boy oh boy, you have got it all in this vehicle. You've got it all. You've even got these instruments, very easy to view. I must say, I'm not having a stretch or anything. Just in great eyeline, I must say there too. Tell you what I'll do, because we're in the car and because I've got the key, let's turn this bad boy on and let's have a look at all the features that come along with it. So just pop that key open there. Let's turn him on, and as you can see straight away, our Audi MMI Navigation Plus system pops on up to say hello, and we're off to the races right there. Our DAB radio has come on straight away.
Breezy, especially in the south, with a high of 16 Celsius.
There you go. You can see right there. It's not just DAB radio that we have access to though at all. Oh, let me click on waveband. You can see we have access to DAB, FM and AM radio functions there as well. Now when it comes to radio, you've got access to all these channels, and you split that across the DAB, the FM and the AM, you are going to have access to. If it's on the radio, you're definitely going to hear it in this. Let's also have a look what else we have. Oh yes, we've got the built-in sat nav right there, absolutely gorgeous. What else have we got in here? We also have traffic messages available, luckily, touch wood. Oh no, there they are. There they are. We've got a couple of traffic updates, which again, for a sat nav, it's beautiful to have that built in, because it just means you're going to have a much more sensible and a much more straightforward journey wherever you're going as well. Very, very helpful, I must say. We also have Bluetooth telephone connectivity. Obviously, I won't connect it up now because we are filming with it, but it's nice to have the option there. You can also control it via your steering wheel controls. And if you're not happy with anything that's on the radio, do feel free to connect your Bluetooth audio player, and you've got pretty much all control of whatever you're listening to on the journey. Let's click on media, and you can see we have all these options right here. You can adjust how it sounds with your tone settings right there if you've got a bit more of an educated ear than I do. Through media, you can chuck a CD in, or just connect something via Bluetooth or via USB, which is again very, very helpful. You also have Audi Connect, and you have all these car settings there as well. You have Audi DriveSelect. I myself am a big fan of comfort, although I must say, as the month starts to near to the end, I'm a big fan of efficiency. Get the most out of the fuel that I'm putting in. Absolutely gorgeous. I think dynamic drive's the best. I mean, when we took this car out for a test drive, dynamic certainly had the most bang for the buck. But it's whether you like bangs for the bucks, or whether you're like me and you sort of just want to knock it on efficiency and get the most bucks for your bucks, if that makes sense. That is everything down here. Let's come on down, and you can see we have our parking assist button, which again takes full use of the parking sensors we have in both the front and the rear. We have this button right here, which puts the screen up and down. Very, very useful button, I must just say, you know, if you're wanting to get a better view of the horizon while you're driving. We also have DriveSelect right there, which again is just what I've showed you already, but via a easy to use button. Nice to have all those buttons there and set against this beautiful chrome strip there as well. We come on down here and you can see we have our dual zone climate control. Let's whack him on. I also love that it comes alive with the blue and the red colouring as well. It's just a nice little visual. Obviously it's a warm day, so I'm just putting it on cold, but you can whack it all the way up and get some heat in there. This thing is an absolute marriage saver, because if you're anything like me and my missus, you're never the same temperature at the same time, so instead of arguing over cold and hot, we can both have what we like. Chuck in there on the edges, you can see heated seats, and of course you've got your front and rear windscreen demisting, and this thing is phenomenal, honestly. Really, really good. The windscreen demisting is a great feature there as well, especially during the winter. That's definitely coming up. You're going to be needing that. That's going to be an absolute lifesaver. Down below there, you got your charging point there, your cigarette charging point, although I hope you don't smoke in the car. A couple of cup holders there again with the chrome trim. Really, really nice. We've got our drive performance control here with our Audi S3 Tronic, our S-Tronic gear stick right here. I love it with the chrome right there. It's set against this beautiful chrome backdrop with everything you need to operate right there. You also have all your sort of media settings for your volume, and you can switch it on and off with the push of a button. Now everything I showed you on the screen was done with this lovely dial, but you also have your your top left, top right, bottom right and bottom left buttons right here, or this way, that way, to get access to your nav, your telephone, your radio, your media very, very easily. You're not going to have to think too hard about it, or just go straight to the menu. Coming on down here, you got your electronic parking brake and your auto hold settings as well, although the auto hold will only come on when all the doors are closed and the seat belts are on properly. Very, very nice feature but there. The car is very practical, it's robust, but it's also very safety conscious as well. I feel very safe driving this. And of course we got our beautiful cream leather armrest as well. You know what, I really like that they haven't just made it stock black, because I think this really stands out much more and just makes the car look a lot more dynamic. You open it up and you have access to your aux input right there and your USB input. You can see it right there. So again, you want to connect anything media related, it's going to be through there, and then you can just put it in there, plock that down, and you don't have to worry about getting your arm and hand caught in cables aplenty. So there we have it. That's everything that the Audi A3 S3 has to offer on the inside. Absolutely gorgeous. Obviously as well, we have our interior lighting straight up here, not a problem, and our vanity mirrors. Absolutely gorgeous right there. Really, really happy with that. Yeah, that's that's everything really. I'd say the only thing we have left to do, let's have a look at that big 2-litre engine in action. So let me just unplug that and pull that open, and let's check out a 2-litre petrol engine in action, because we know Audi, they make a good car, they design a good car, they always design great features for it. And let's have a look at the engine, because I think they also know how to put a good engine together. And this right here is our Audi TFSI engine, and as I mentioned earlier, that big green tick, that means that this engine has undergone our Emerald 128 point inspection. We are the only dealership in the UK, probably the world, that do such an extensive check, that do the 128 point inspection. I believe AA only do 100 points. But the thing with us is, we are the UK Independent Dealer of the Year, and with that comes a responsibility. It's tough to be on top, and we wear that responsibility as a crown. We're not just setting standards for ourselves, we're not just setting standards for our country, we're not just setting standards for where we come from, black country and proud, but we're setting the standards for the entire motor trade industry. We are a family-run dealership, and it doesn't mean that, you know, we treat our staff like family, we treat our customers like family. That's a given. We're nice people, we just like to do it anyway, but that's a given. What it means is our stock has to meet the standards of family. Would I feel comfortable giving the keys to this Audi S3 to my mom, to pop down the shops, to go visit Ethel and everyone else in the home, would I feel comfortable letting her do that? Do I feel the car is safe? Well, that's why we have the Emerald 128-point inspection. We literally check everything we could possibly think of, everything that could possibly go wrong, everything that possibly needs looking at. We have a look at it with our trained team, our on-site staff. They check it out, they give it the thumbs up, the big old green tick, and I feel safe handing the keys over to Mother Dearest. So you haven't got anything to worry about. It's passed the 128-point inspection, which means the car runs superbly well. I mean, we've took it out for a test drive, and honestly, you stick it in dynamic, and you should probably see one of my eyebrows still out there somewhere along the M5. But yeah, it's just a terrific car. The engine's in great nick. It matches the outside, it matches the inside. The car's in really great condition. You know, you wouldn't. The only way you'd know it's a used vehicle is if you actually bother to look at the you know, the actual miles on the clock. The rest of it, it's in great nick. I hasten to say the word mint, but I think it's justified here. The car is mint. So there we have it. That is our Audi A3 S3 Quattro 2-litre petrol in black, chrome aplenty, cream leather aplenty. It's just a lovely vehicle, and it's definitely one worth coming down and checking out for yourself. I hope this video has really helped you, and I hope it's answered a lot of questions. But if you have anything else that you'd like to know about this or any other vehicle that we have in stock here at Emerald, please do not hesitate to get in contact with either me or any of my colleagues. We're all here, happy to chat, happy to have the crack, and most importantly, give you any information that you need to feel more safe, secure, informed, and empowered when starting your car buying journey here at Emerald. We're on the same team, we're here to help, and nothing is too much bother for us if it means making you feel happier and more safe. Buying a car is probably the second biggest purchase you're ever going to make in your adult life, aside from a house. So it means you need to take the time, you need to ask the questions, and you need to make sure it's right for you. And all that means is come on down, have a look at the car, see it for yourself, have a chat with any of us, and we're more than happy to give you any of the information we need, give you some opinions, give you some insight, and help you make the right decision, not for us, but for you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Stay safe.